Hello and welcome to Triathlonology, a triathlon podcast by Animis racing team. I'm Oliver.
And I'm Jacqui. We are a mum and son coaching team who have changed our lives through the sport of triathlon.
Our podcast aims to break down the mysteries of triathlon training and show you, the listener, how simple and flexible it can be, so that it really does become part of your lifestyle and not just a hobby.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Triathlonology, a podcast by Animis racing team.
I'm Jacqui Saxon.
And I'm Oliver Saxon, and together we're a mum and son coaching team based in North Lincolnshire and South Yorkshire in England. And we offer our triathlon coaching advice and worldly view, doling out in our indomitable Yorkshire style. Forthright.
Yes, I think I may be more forthright than others.
Well, yes, I would. Less diplomatic, that's for certain. You are not going to be Peter Mandelson as the new USA ambassador.
No.
Is it? Oh, yeah. No. Ambassador to the USA.
As far as I'm concerned, if you're wrong, you're wrong.
Yes, diplomacy, not your strong suit.
No, that's why you are my fall guy.
Yes, I am the diplomat. Mm-hmm. And in another version of life, probably would have ended up being a diplomat at some point.
Yes,
anyway,
yeah.
But there we go. Today we're going to just chat about the running show that we went to in at Birmingham at the weekend again, because that's our annual thing that we've been to there, and a few other bits that we're going to catch up with. All the stuff that's happening.
We'll talk about the running show, shall we?
Yes.
First of all, I've got to give a big shout out to Dan at the running show, because he sorted us out some tickets, because for some unknown reason, the ones that I booked when must be more than 9 months ago never appeared. So he moved heaven and earth for us to get some tickets. So we're very grateful. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Dan. But we had paid for them before previously, so they weren't really free.
No, they weren't free, but he
we were able to get
out.
in. And actually, this has probably been the best running show that we've been to since COVID.
Absolutely, 100% it has.
There were a lot more brands there, a lot more stuff to look at and to see.
A lot more people.
A lot more people to chat to.
Yeah. And a lot more visitors, I'd say.
I'd say that we're a lot busier than last year.
Busier than last year.
Yeah, I'd say so.
So, and we both agree, it was really, we enjoyed it.
Yeah, but definitely worthwhile going.
Yeah.
We had some really good conversation. So we had a chat to the lady from Skechers.
Yep, because it must have been before COVID.
Oh yeah, before COVID. Yeah.
We were lucky enough to get some GO MEB.
Yes, running shoes, from Skechers.
Skechers. And we had 2 or 3 pairs, didn't we?
We had a pair each.
No, we had more than that.
We had a training shoe, the Go Run or whatever it was,
And I absolutely loved them.
Yeah.
In fact, that is the only shoe that I have ever worn at the Great North Run and never, ever had blisters. And normally they're like size of dinner plates, but they were so comfortable, they were absolutely brilliant. And then just stopped doing them. So we were delighted when we saw on the show guide that Skechers were going to be there, so we thought, off we pop.
Yes, because I've still got my Go MEBs in my triathlon bag, because they were always my shoe when I did long middle distance events. So when I did my half Ironman events or a half marathon, Go MEBs went out and they're still there. If and when I want to race in them again, there's nothing wrong with them. I should be putting them on. They are an excellent racing shoe. So as long as we didn't make a beeline straight for Skechers.
No, because
we have to go around in an order.
You know that we've talked about how we shop a show in the past, and we have to do it in a certain way.
Yes,
because it has to be logical.
So we eventually got to Skechers, and we got chatting to a lady called Emma who was really helpful. And we said, we'd been previous users of Skechers shoes and what have you, and could see things were changing.
Yeah.
And they were bringing out 2 new running shoes
in May.
On the 1st of May. So I will be buying some of those and
giving them a try.
Definitely. Because I did like Skechers before, and I'm happy to give them a little whirl and see how we go on. But we've got to wait till May for them to come out. Through our conversation with Emma, she said that basically COVID had made them retreat a little bit from the running market in Europe, if not, but because they have started to acquire other sports people like Harry Kane for football, and they're having a go at the football market. They're going back into running now, particularly with the Olympics being in LA in 2028, which is where they're based.
Yeah, so they were going all out for the Olympics. That's why they were coming, making a move back in the running market.
So watch out in 2025 for professional triathletes near you getting Skechers running shoe deals, because I would imagine they'll be back on the market snapping some triathletes up, and triathletes are cheap compared to runners.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, that's true. That is true.
And and probably better at Instagram and stuff than runners, because they have to be.
Yeah, because if you're a
Triathlon's
pro
more
triathlete,
expensive.
you've got to be on your social media game.
Because it's much more expensive to be a triathlete than it is a runner. On that note, just as an aside, I've seen bits on Instagram from Ali Brownlee this week about talking about how he ended up as a triathlete, and talking about funding today.
Yeah. Oh, I've not read that one.
Yeah, so he was saying in his
I've just seen about him going, do he wanted to do ultras and that?
oh, I've not seen that bit. But he was saying that your funding from British Triathlon gets capped out when you get 50 grand of other sponsorship.
You're not going to be rich then, are you?
No. So you don't get paid your performance money or your podium money once you've got sponsors from elsewhere. That is like 50 grand, you're then on your own. So you don't get any UK sport money at that point.
What are they doing with our money?
Well, quite. But that might be why they have a lot more people further down, because they're spreading it wider. So if you've got, he was saying before 2012, him and Johnny had a 3-year sponsorship with BT. That would definitely have been more than that. And then afterwards, Adidas, Hoob, everybody,
I don't know about so much about Hugh, because they'd been loyal with them all the time.
Yeah, maybe not Hugh,
and do development stuff with them and everything.
Certainly Adidas would have sponsored them for a chunky amount.
Yeah. Scott Bikes, when
they moved to Scott. All that would have been all.
Because did it used to be Boardman?
Boardman was what they rode in 2012, and then they moved to Scott after that. Well, that would have been a chunky little.
Yeah.
So there you go. If you want to catch Ali Brownlee talking about the business of triathlon, which I know is a bit of a segue from the Skechers thing, there is a podcast stroke YouTube video out where he's been interviewed about, and he's been really candid about his life as a triathlete.
I will watch that then tomorrow when I've got a lot of balloons to blow
up. But after we've been to Skechers, we've been and picked up a few other bits, haven't we? So we've been and got some vitamin D. And
what about them thingies?
Hesketh berries.
Yeah, we in a month or so we'll report back on these, because you might have heard of Corans.
Yeah, we used Corans a lot before COVID.
Yeah, before COVID. They're the black currant berries from New Zealand. But this guy was explaining to us about this berry that's from Canada, and it's got to be grown in a country that is so vast, like Canada, because you need.
Also needs to be so cold to get the berries.
Yeah.
So this Hesketh berry, which is grown in Canada, apparently has a lot of performance benefits, and is Corans-like, from what we can tell.
It's supposed to be better. Yeah.
So they've
and antioxidants, and also about your immune system and everything. So I thought,
why not?
We'll give that a go.
Northumbria University have done a study.
Yep.
And I'm going to say it's Northumbria University, because Northumbria University and Newcastle University are not the same thing as a Newcastle alumnus.
It's like Sheffield Allen
definitely
at
not
University of Sheffield.
Definitely
not the same. No.
But Northumbria University did a study where they found that people's performances over 5k over a period of time while taking the Hesketh berries increased by 5%.
Which is not to be sniffed at.
No.
Just for taking a berry.
Yes, and it comes in either a powdered format, which you can put into your protein drink or sprinkle on your porridge
Cereals
or wherever you want. Or you can mix it with water and have it as a little shot. And we had it as a little shot.
And it was nice.
It weren't
it
weren't horrible, were it?
It weren't like taking medicine.
They were like a sharp berry taste.
Yeah, and it definitely weren't beetroot.
Definitely not beetroot. No, wouldn't have been anywhere near that. But yes, so we will report back on when we've tried that. We've got some vitamin D, didn't we? Because I'm chronically deficient in vitamin D.
Yeah.
But I feel better. I've been took like 8,000 international units a day.
Yeah, I've got to say I've been taking them as well. So.
And then where else did we go? we had a little chat to Adidas because I am still an Adidas fanboy. Like, I've run in Adidas shoes ever since I started running. And I still do have a couple of pair of old Adidas shoes that I managed to track down before they put carbon rods and everything. But then they had a new model of the Adi Zero out that doesn't have any carbon in it whatsoever, and it's bendy and flexible, and you think,
You were really excited about that, weren't
well,
you?
I were, because I like Adidas shoes, but it's not. It's a racer shoe, so I'm a bit off that. I might wait a bit before I'm going to buy the Skechers first and trial them before I go back anywhere near Adidas, because I'm not just running in one shoe, because that's all they can be bothered to make.
Yeah.
Although it sounded from talking to the American guys who were there that they may be doing more shoes without carbon in, but they weren't really very committal to that. So we shall see.
Yeah, where else would we go? We looked at what about Decathlon?
Oh, Decathlon.
Well, obviously, you know, we love Decathlon,
They were
and
a
we
Decathlon
absolutely
stand.
no idea that Decathlon were at the show. So we'd been to Skechers and we're having a little saunter around, and I says to Oliver, Decathlon. And we're like, off we went.
Yeah, to have a look at, because we've been using the Van Rysel cycling kit.
And I've
for
got to
a
say
couple
they're
of
brilliant.
months. I mean, the £10 shorts that I got for an hour or less on the turbo are absolutely brilliant. You cannot say
beat
that they
them.
are not value for money by any stretch of the imagination. So while I've not been in the 2 hour stuff for going outside yet because it's been rubbish weather, as soon as that clears up, I should be trying that out, or going on my turbo for more than an hour. I might put them on and see how we get on. But yes, big fans of the Van Rysel stuff. So because Decathlon had brought Kip Run, which is their own brand,
Trainer and running gear.
running gear, it's like Van Rysel for running, I think, Kip Run.
Yeah. I can't always see it must be some Kip whatever person in was a Kenyan or
No, it's
some African.
yeah, no, I don't think it were. I think it were a French bloke that they'd got.
All right.
They tend to be getting French athletes, like Antoine Griezmann wears
Yeah.
Kipster football boots.
Yeah.
Anyway, Kip Run kit, we went to have a look at that because Decathlon stuff is usually very well made but not very expensive.
No.
And we had a look at some of the bits and it wasn't. They also had some they had some protein chocolate powder, didn't they?
Yes, and if you know that, if you've listened, a long time listener of the podcast, you will know that we used to love après hot chocolate, and we've never been able to find anything anywhere near as good. Well,
we asked the Decathlon lady if we could heat it up, and she said, "Well, I don't know." So she went to find out. She said, "Oh yeah, you should be able to do that." And so we tried it that night. We bought a packet and tried a bit that night, and actually it does work, doesn't
yeah,
it?
it's really nice.
It's really nice hot chocolate with
Yeah.
protein in it.
I
So
think has it got 16 grams of protein in?
I can't remember off the top
Something
of my
like
head.
that, yeah, it's really good.
So far so good with that, and you can have a nice protein hot chocolate, and it doesn't taste grainy or anything like
No,
that.
it
does
tastes like hot chocolate.
I mean, I know you use your little whisk on
Well,
it.
I did, because I was a professional at it.
Yeah, but it definitely didn't. It didn't taste grainy. It was really nice.
No,
so,
you wouldn't have known that you'd got a
protein hot chocolate.
hot chocolate.
Oh yeah,
So if you've been out for a long run at night or done some training at night and you think, oh,
we've been out on your bike and it's been a bit cold.
you're a bit cold, or on a Sunday afternoon when you've been out, I'd
Yes.
recommend it.
And it's not very expensive either, is it?
No, I like everything from Decathlon.
Yeah.
It's just great value.
And then because we bought some muck off type stuff.
Oh yeah, they got some like we used to buy muck off
Shower gel in a
shower
can.
gel. So if you've not got, because I mean, when you had a proper job, when you didn't work for yourself, and you used to work at that big
When I
solicitor's
worked at
practice,
Lupton Forest, yeah, and
Yeah.
at Parker Road Sigmats, yeah.
and you couldn't have a shower, you used to have to use muck off stuff.
Yeah,
Didn't
when
you?
I go training at we go for a run at dinner time. Yeah.
When you were really dedicated.
Yeah, I probably need to get back to that at some point. But yeah, I'd go for a run at dinner time and I'd use muck off shower in a can type thing to get showered afterwards. And I hadn't seen that for ages.
I hadn't.
And then Decathlon had got some shower in a can, so we were like, okay, we'll give this a try because you never know when you might need it,
Put it in your kit bag.
or in your car because you never know.
No, it could be anywhere, and you just think, oh, I could do a way to wash and brush up.
So we got that, and then as a result of that, they then said,
Did we buy something else?
"Well, we just bought that and the protein thing." As a result of that, they gave us 2
Scratch cards
to have a go on, where you could potentially win a gift card of up to £100. So, completely forgot about this, didn't we?
Because we went trundling off. Oh, we haven't talked about socks.
Oh, yeah. So we went trundling off to look at other things, and we got to looking at socks, and we got to try some from a French company.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name off the top of my head. I'll send Mindy the details of the show notes. They looked really. They're like trail socks.
Yeah,
so
because you got some were made out like do with cocktails, and in your packet you get a straw.
Yes, but I thought, well, I'm trying to stop using my running socks for going to work in, so I bought some trail running socks that are slightly bigger to.
And as I've got a sock addiction, it were no contest.
And we went to Monkey Socks, who we'd not heard of before.
Never heard of them.
And then we got chatting to the dad of the lady who founded it.
And you explained everything.
Yeah,
didn't you?
so that they donate 50% of their profits to MS Society, don't they?
Yeah.
So which is where Monkey Socks come from, and the colours are all to do with the type of things that people who have MS experience. So we bought a couple of pairs from them to wear.
Yeah,
and I've worn them this week, and they are really comfortable.
Yeah, so we'll give you a review in a couple of weeks about the socks. But that is a great. I mean, why wouldn't you buy from them when you know that 50% of the profit is going to to a fantastic cause? So it's a no-brainer.
Yes. And then, we went to see Striker.
Yeah, because we like Striker products.
Well, the Striker bars, they've been a lifesaver for us when we've been in Portugal and going coaching, because it's a long time between getting up and having something to eat when you have training involved and everything.
Yeah. Well, I like all their products, really. I like their drink, the
Energy.
the little fizzy things that you put in your bottle, and also the gels and what have you. They're really good.
But they had a protein bar, didn't they? That was like basically like a Snickers. And we had a little sample, and it weren't not like a Snickers. It weren't grainy either, or you couldn't really tell it were proteiny.
No, and you think that'll do.
Yeah, that'll be nice as we're walking to the swimming pool in April when we're going on camp and what have you. So we bought a box of them.
Yeah.
So
they're just going as well with in our new bike box Allens.
Yes.
That I picked up last week.
Ready for when we go to Portugal in April, which you can still book on and come with us for a week.
Yeah.
Week beginning 7th of April. It's 6 days, and the cost is on our website, animisracing.com. They are a bit of a plug during the course of that.
Well done.
But I've got to say, always be closing.
Bike box Allen, you can't beat them. No. And we have the Aero Fit, so all you have to do is take your wheels off and your pedals. So but numpties like us two, it's easy. Well,
until your pedals get stuck.
Yeah, and then you have to borrow a man from Decathlon.
Yeah.
But
anyway.
That's why we go and shop there.
Yes.
But
so we completely forgot about these scratch cards until you got your coat.
Yeah, I said I've got to go and get my coat. You have a sit down, and we'll have just a minute before we wait for the bus to go back to the car park, because it was wanging it down.
Yeah.
So I said, let's do them scratch cards, because the last time we entered competitions at the NEC, when it was a cycling show, I won a bike.
But the problem was you didn't discover you'd won the bike until after you'd got home.
No.
And you couldn't then claim the prize because you had to claim it while you were at the NEC.
So I said, if we won anything, we probably hadn't, but let's give it a go. It's a bit of fun.
Yes. So we scratched them off.
Scratching it off. I said, I don't know how much did I get off? 10%. 10% off. I thought, useful. Yeah. Then he starts jumping about because
£100 gift card, which will basically let me buy most at shop.
Yeah. So I said, what we got to do, because we can't go home before we've won. So the lever's back in, didn't they?
Yeah, that was back in the show, and we went over to see the lady on the stall who'd served us, and she was so excited that we'd won.
She was really excited. She was more excited than us. I don't know whether anybody else had won.
I had to go and have my picture took in front of the banner stand. I've no idea whether that's on social media or not, but if you have a look at Decathlon's
perhaps we ought to have a
Instagram
look.
from Sunday, there'll probably be a picture of me there still holding my little gift card for £100. And so we're going to go and spend that on some Kipster Run stuff to go and give that a try.
Yeah, because we did see that they've got some really nice base layers. I thought that were really nice.
And the little running
gilet. Yeah.
looks really nice. Yeah.
Because now I've got to run in my garage it's freaking freezing.
But I think that little gilet would be useful for riding your bike in garage
Yeah,
as well.
yeah, it
Or you
would
probably
be.
could use it for cycling outside.
Yeah, but
we're
we're gonna go at the weekend and
go to
spend the
Sheffield
money.
and then do archery or what other random stuff they've got going on in there while we're at it.
Yeah. Well, I forgot you've been and played archery.
Yeah, in summer, me and my dad went to have a look around. No, it must have been at end. So it must have been in summer. We went to look at, and they had archery set up for Olympics, and you could just have a go. I mean, archery where the arrows have got little suckers on the end of them. You're not firing arrows around.
Killing anyone
A
else.
decathlon
Stabbing
shop. Well, if you've never done archery before, the string or the bow thing, or what, I don't know which part's the bow and the string or whatever they're called, the thing that you pull back when you draw it and then you let it go, that whips past your arm and it doesn't half hurt. I can see why they've got them guards on now as professionals. But anyway, I weren't quite like it. Weren't Agincourt my efforts with that thing, but we might have another go if we see it. When we go on
the
Saturday.
weekend. So what we'll do is when we'll get his kit, we'll give it a try, and again we'll report back, because there are other people that you can that make these things, but I haven't come across anywhere that makes them to the quality of Decathlon.
And we always try everything first. And
We won't tell you, because we're from Yorkshire, we don't do bullshit.
Yeah, so if it's rubbish, we'll just say, we won't talk about it again. But if it's good, we will. Like Dan's Premier bikes, not Premier, they're not called that, Position Ones stuff, the chamois cream and the bike shorts, they are brilliant. I am quite happy to wear them when I go outside cycling, because they're really comfortable, they're really well fitting. Well, then the little pockets on the side so you can put your wallet or your phone in them and not have to juggle stuff in your back pocket. Really good.
Yeah, and I've got to say, for ladies, you can't beat Stomp the Pedal. I know it's really expensive, and I've been on, what do they call it? What's it market? On the second-hand market, which is not usually me. But for a lady, you can't get better cycling gear than Stomp the Pedal. So that's a shout out to you, Tosh.
So after we'd got us stuff, we then came back, didn't we? Well, we got us excitedly clutching my £100 gift card.
You've had to
we got some sausages from Heck. We forgot about Heck. We do it. Heck, we're giving sausages away. So we got some of them.
They weren't giving them away. We had to buy them.
Yeah, they were £2.50 a packet. They're not that in Asda.
No, they're not. But so
they're more than that in Asda.
Yeah. So we like them because we buy them anyway. So we knew that we were getting a bargain. So,
yeah, clutching his sausages and his £100 gift card from Decathlon. We then got on bus to go back to the car park, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Go home.
Yeah.
So, definitely a worthwhile effort going to the running show. Definitely.
So, and we also realised that the cycling show that we normally go to in the summer, they brought it forward to towards the end of March. So, we hope they've got more bike brands and things like that, because it were a bit pants last time. But
yeah, well, maybe bringing it forward to a point where the people aren't out cycling.
Yeah.
And it actually falls into the spring cycling bit. Maybe we'll encourage
where people get the kit. I mean, I don't think it'll ever be as good as when we went and we got all that kit from Girona.
No, I don't think we'll ever get. Well, that's not we're outside of the European Union. That's going to be.
It's never granted.
Unless you're prepared to smuggle it in, which people aren't, are they?
No, I never thought about that. You forget about that, don't you?
Yeah, well, that's adding however much extra onto the price, and it's not worth it anymore.
No, it's not. So,
whereas people, if you live in European Union, the ex-cycling gear from, professional cycling gear from the fella in Girona were really good.
Yeah, it were.
Proper pro stuff.
What do they call it?
Castelli, Perla-Zumi, everything. We've got loads of that stuff knocking around. Yeah. So we will let you know when to go to the bike show whether that was any. Well, it can't be any worse than last year. Let's be honest.
Because if it is, we won't be going again if it's rubbish.
Well, we'll probably won't even go. We'll just go in and go and do something else.
Yeah, because I've got to go to a balloon show.
And then we just sort of recapping with the triathlon. We're really excited about the one that we've got for April.
Yeah, because it's filling up.
Yeah, we must have nearly 50 people entered now. Which, I want 50 people entered the triathlon.
Well,
it's only end of January when we recorded this. 3 months to go. And I can tell you since COVID, we have not had 50 people enter triathlon until 2 weeks before we're going to do it.
Yeah, because we've always been squeaky.
Yeah. So now we are comfortably in the zone where this triathlon is happening, come what may, because we have reached our point where we know we're going to be all right now. And we might let's see if we can break our record of 109 competitors.
Yeah, that'd be really exciting.
Yes, because that was our 2019 number, 109, I think.
When we put it on in 6 weeks.
Yeah, and we've never had, well, then COVID happened and we've never got anywhere near that.
Life changed completely, didn't it?
Well, and the sports changed completely.
Yeah.
So let's see.
But I mean, I am thinking also, I've got an eye to the weather, because sometimes it can be absolutely beautiful end of April, sometimes it can be terrible. So when my other son went to Florida, I made him buy me a dozen ponchos that they have at Disney.
So we can fit volunteers out in it.
Yeah, even though, so they can put it on top of the gear just in case. So I'm getting prepared.
Yes, because it absolutely the same time last year absolutely bounced it down, didn't it? Because we were in Portugal and Fred had to go around.
Yeah, we made your dad go and put stuff under people's.
Only one of them survived though, because somebody entered as a result of getting that.
They did.
Because they told us, but most of them didn't survive. They all just sort of disintegrated in the rain, didn't they? But let's see. Well, all we can do is keep doing what we're doing, and then our 2 T-level students who are starting in a couple of weeks' time on social media for us, and all the graphics and app web design and all that jazz.
Watch out.
Let's see what happens, because we've now got some extra capacity that we have not had before. So you may then see in the future more Stanley Truman videos.
Yep, more behind the scenes content.
Yep, and One Take Oliver might be back.
Yep, I'm sure One Take Oliver will be back.
Well, I'm sure I will be. But they're looking forward for Stanley Truman videos.
Yeah,
and if you've not seen, or you don't know, if you're just latterly to it and you don't know who Stanley Truman is, check out our Instagram
and YouTube channel.
And YouTube for our Yorkshire Triathlon series.
Yeah.
Because I would quite like to bring Stan back.
Yeah, because thing is, I didn't used to be able to hold camera because I used to laugh so much. But anyway.
Well, she's going to involve me watching some more indoor league.
Yeah.
But I might do that tomorrow when I've got my day off.
Yeah.
I might get back into character a bit and watch out for casual racism.
Yeah. No.
Well, we're at 70s. Indoor league, we're in 70s. So like the casual racism that's involved in there, you can't do it about now.
No, you can't. It's like, love thy neighbour.
You just have to ignore that and pick up on all the rest of his mannerisms and phrases and stuff. So, yes, Stanley Truman will be coming back.
So, I think that's about it for this week.
Yeah, yes. Thank you very much for joining and listening. As ever, if you have any questions that you would like to answer, or you've got anything that you would like to ask us about coaching, online coaching, swim coaching, triathlon in general,
our triathlon holiday,
do drop at the show a line. You can contact us on Instagram at Animis Racing, on Facebook the same, and we are very good at getting back to people, so get in touch and we'll help you out.
So until next week,
I've been Coach Oliver,
I've been Coach Jacqui,
and we'll see thee.
Thank you for joining us today.
See you next time.
See you then, or as we say in Yorkshire, see thee.